My name is Connor St. Clair, and I'm part of Team 10. And my project was working with a company called La Torrangelle and working with their production manager on a few issues they had. So, okay. So, little background. La Torrangelle is a high-end artisanal oil company where they create goods for human consumption and other applications. Their company critical success factors are to continue to expand out their product line, improve on production costs for manufacturing, and to create the best quality oil available in stores. Their current issue for manufacturing items is that they do not have a system set up that shows the true standard cost for producing any of their items. They currently estimate all production costs by hand and have an arbitrary 40% increase in cost of raw goods in order to remain profitable. This creates several problems for sales leads because when they are approached by customers about their products, they must defer to their production team and wait for them to establish what the cost of the item would be if they produced it. It's very hard to forecast any potential profit models when all these estimates are done manually upon request. Not having any insight into what the items are the most profitable or loses the company money overall is very problematic. They have a gross profit margin of 65 million a year. Their average weekly units created are about 400,000, and they have 8 production lines. The goal of the production software would be to know what the true cost of each unit is and the total cost of each pallet before it goes out for delivery. Their goal is to raise the yearly gross profit amount by plus 1% organically. And after a few interviews with their product manager, we began to look for a technical solution that fit their needs. Because they had some experience with SAP as they were currently using it, he wanted to use this existing enterprise resource planning system to avoid any additional costs. And SAP has a substantial amount of software available that they could easily use to solve their problems. And they currently use a third-party company called Vision 33, based out of San Francisco, to handle all of their SAP needs. And their current process consists of someone manually setting up a costing model and estimating only the cost of the raw goods that have been purchased and used in production. There's no way to find the true production cost of items with this model, and they slap on a basic 40% upcharge and ship the items out. And their proposed process is to have their current third-party client set up the standard cost associated with the production of each item entirely. La Torrangelle wants each variable cost to be directly tied out to each specific item they produce, from raw goods all the way down to the pallet at the production level. They do this because not all items have the exact same production costs, even from shipping out pallets. Some pallets can only fit 40 cases of items on them, while others can fit 65 cases, and pallet costs can change occasionally as well. La Torrangelle already has licenses to use this software. They just have not had time to set it up yet. Once we have someone from Vision 33 set up the standard cost, we can evaluate the true cost of all the production items and better understand what items drive more profit than others. For rationale, not having a standard cost system set up can eventually cause problems with profitability. With this software setup, they will be able to see what items generate them the most money and be able to raise the price on other items that fall out of profitable levels they are comfortable with. Because they already had the license required to run the software, it minimized the cost of initial setup or installment fees tied to the software. It was really a best case scenario for the company. So a lot of their financial costs are very small and the returns are potentially fantastic. And for outcomes, if we were to take our goal of an additional 1% of GP from 65 million, that would equate out to $650,000. The initial cost of hiring a consultant per week at $220 per hour would be $8,800, and the expected monthly cost with consulting fees would be about $21,000. The total yearly cost would be just about $29,000, and that would give us a massive return on investment of roughly 2,000%. Now, because they already have been paying the monthly license fees for SAP, that cost was not included since it was not a new cost associated with this project. They will begin to see profit from a break-even analysis after the first month because their initial costs will be very low. Even if something disastrous happens and the gross profit is cut in half to 0.5%, or the consulting fees are twice what we expected, there's still so much runway for them to take their product lines to become more profitable. And some of the intangible benefits include improved customer satisfaction with quicker responses and a production quality of life with data to help reassure production decisions. Yeah, thank you.